Supreme Week 8 of Fall Winter 2024. Do we have all the information on the drop list? No. Do we have most of it? Well, yes. In that case, guys, we are going to get right into it today. It is Tuesday, October the 8th, 2024, and it's your boy Thomas. And today, I'm talking about every single item coming out for Supreme Week 8, some other speculations on what's going to come out, and my thoughts on the best items for resale. Let's get right into it. All right, before we get started, I want to remind you guys to please hit like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the noti bell so you can stay up to date every single time I post and go live. Check out my latest unboxing video from Puma. Put it up yesterday. Link will be in the description, or you can just click on my name, go to my last video and watch it yourself. And try to include some variety on the content, so let me know what kind of content you guys like to see. Without further ado, let's get right into Supreme Week 8. And here it is, the tried and true Supreme Drops partial drop list. You can see here we do have most of the drop list. It is in its partial state, right? So the prices are subject to change. So if you see a price here and I mention the price, remember, it is an estimate and is subject to change. But we do have the unseen fall tees releasing every single season. We get 2 batches of whatever season it is. So in the fall winter season, we get a fall tee drop and a winter tee drop later on down the line. It is week 8, so around that week 8 time frame, we get the fall tees. We'll see what they look like probably tomorrow. Stick around on the channel. I'll likely do either a video or a community tab post of those fall tees. But everything else is pretty much there. But let's go into Supreme Community and look at each one and see what's upvoted the most. So we did in fact get the blog post for the Supreme Fall Tees right here. Supreme will release 8 new graphic t-shirts available October 10th. Let's look through them. Here we go. First design. It's a bedazzled money sign. Forever Outshine. You got the Supreme on an octagon on the back. You got the lollipop tee with the split tongue, which is creepy, but hell yeah. Sean Cliver artwork. Blood tee, I think this is called. This is the tee by the artist. I think it's called the Fairway or Day's End tee, something like that. Gordon Mata Clark, Day's End, Kier 52. There it is. This is the Mr. Cartoon script tee. Okay, and the Snow White tee, probably the best one releasing. Let's be real here. The other ones are okay. Got Supreme on the back in the Old English font. I think this is easily going to be the best one. Willow tee. We could expect to see those artist t-shirts being a little bit more expensive, given that they do have licensed artwork. Supreme New York, just a classic font right there. Supreme for Life backwards. Here we go, Blockbuster tee. There's the back, Forever Outshine. The Lollipop tee, terrible color. Blood tee, Sean Cliver art. I think this is probably the second best t-shirt in my opinion. I dig the imagery. Day's End tee by Gordon Mata Clark. You get 2 giant graphics on the front and back. That one might be like $52, we could see though. Script tee by Mr. Cartoon. And then the Snow White tee, I think, is easily the best one. We'll have to wait for the colors. We also have the Willow tee. That is the back and the front. Okay, that's, I don't know. What do you think about that, guys? I don't know. I don't really like it. Let's be real. The For Life tee, the classic logo. We've seen that many times before. That kind of Supreme italicized motion font with the crown. Supreme for Life on the back. And there it is. Let's look at Supreme Community blog post. We can see all of the t-shirts lined up. Definitely not the best tees we've ever seen, but highlights include probably like Snow White, maybe Lollipop, Sean Cliver. Other ones, I'd say these 4 or 5. Take it or leave it for me. That's what I'm gonna say. But what do you guys think of the fall tees? For the rest of the video, we did not have that information. So if I say we don't have the fall tees, that is why, because I'm recording this at the end of the video. All right, back into Past Thomas. All right, in first place, we have the Supreme Wesson Micro Blade. Supreme knives always end up doing fairly well in terms of selling out and people seeking them. But for a 1.5-inch steel blade, I don't know how much this is going to resell for. If it is $98, that does seem a little bit high on the retail estimations for what this knife really is. You can get a full-size knife for that price, guys. So I really, unless you just love the Supreme branded knife, would not recommend this. This knife right here, a little more on the expensive side. It is a Damascus knife. This one's you about $200, but you can get a full-size knife similar to this with a blade that's probably more than 3 inches. All right, fellas, come on. For $100 or less if you go for a cheaper knife. I just don't see the real use case for spending extra money for a 1.5-inch blade unless you really just like the Supreme branding. Again, that's totally fine. You collect it. The keychain also, I think, is a little bit gimmicky for a knife. I just don't really see the use case for that keychain. I think you could obviously just take it off, which is fine, but there it is, the Supreme Wesson microblade. I think the best color if you were to go for this would maybe be the red. Yellow is also fairly unique, and again, not hating if you like it. This will also unfortunately be US only, as we're the only country with the freedom enough to get a knife from Supreme, I guess. So right here we have custom Pantone coded and uncoated formula guide featuring all 2,390 Pantone spot colors in the graphics system. Beautiful. So this literally just lists out 2,300 colors with a Supreme box logo on top of it. So you get to see a Supreme box logo at every single color. I think this thing is fairly collectible and actually kind of cool. I wonder what Supreme drops had it priced at. $268. Fuck me. I'm gonna pass on that. That's unfortunate. I think this thing is really cool and was kind of digging it at the beginning of the season. Just because like a Pantone formula guide, it could be kind of useful. And the fact that it's Supreme is just kind of funny, kind of the cherry on top. But there you go. If you really want that for a house project or something, it's there for you. I think that will be maybe less than $268, but you never know. Sometimes Supreme drops is pretty spot on. All right, highest upvoted item besides the fall sweaters and the knife and the Pantone guide, I guess the highest upvoted garment, I should say, is the Snow White sweater right here. We can see the officially licensed Disney Snow White property. I think that Snow White movie's coming out soon, so it's well timed for that. Definitely a low poly, heavily stitched design, so it doesn't look super HD, but that's kind of the point. It's a knitted sweater. Supreme on the back in that old English font, and also in white. Apologies, by the way, for the stuffy nose. I guess some fall cold, maybe? The faux shearling lined work shirt is up next. This is pretty cool. Denim work shirt in 4 different colors. I like the pure denim and the black washed one probably the most. But looking at the burgundy one, that's kind of cool, kind of emo, goth looking. Got the faux shearling interior. The shearling, I believe, is made from sheep, and this is not made from sheep because it's faux. Supreme on the back, which is tonal. And I don't know why they do faux shearling. Like, in my opinion, I thought that sheep could get shaved and it wasn't that big of a deal, but I guess it just saves the process of going through the animal entirely and probably is a little bit cheaper. I don't really know. Estimated price on that puppy is $148, which seems like a good price. I feel like it could be a little bit higher come release, but we'll have to wait and see. Going back to college with the Collegiate half zip pullover, I actually like this thing quite a bit and think the colors are fairly decent. In terms of the other Collegiate designs you've seen this year, I think this one's easily the cleanest. Quarter zips are also nice for the fall. This one's probably my favorite in the gray and navy, but we also have green and gold. Red and white is kind of dope too for the Hoosiers. Of course, you got black and gold for Purdue, of course, and then black and bright blue for some other school with those colors. There you go, the Collegiate Supreme quarter zip. Looking at about $158 for that guy. Not bad at all. Space dye striped beanie. This one's kind of trippy. Could this be the next sleeper beanie? I could see this guy actually doing fairly well. But the thing with these beanies is it's typically one color does better than the rest. So I wouldn't really buy these for resale. But if I had to give my hot takes, my hot picks, this blue one right here is catching my eye for some reason. Same with this one too, but I can't really tell if either of these or any of these will sell out or resell. So buy at your own discretion. $40 though, can't really go wrong with a nice space dye beanie. Gore-Tex tape seam shell jacket. There we go. Full zip closure with hidden Velcro pocket, well zip Alpine pockets and bonded zip pockets at chest, yada yada yada, woven logo label at lower front, embroidered logos at hood and back neck with D-ring tab. And you've heard me say it before, I think Gore-Tex is great, but I do think it's overpriced because the fact that it is waterproof and breathable, when really a material can't do both of those. It's just not how physics work, but it does do a pretty good job at giving you mostly waterproof and mostly breathable. But again, just the way science works, you can't do both. Either the water comes in and it becomes breathable, or the water stays out and it's waterproof. You can't have both. There's a whole video on this breaking down Gore-Tex. I highly recommend you guys check it out if you want to learn more about this brand. I thought it was fascinating because when you look at the prices of this stuff, $400, it is a lot. And a lot of people, I think, just kind of believe that Gore-Tex is the best thing since sliced bread. And while I do say it is pretty good, they do look nice. The style is cool. Educate yourself, right? Make sure you know what's going on here before you just dump 400 into a taped seam shell jacket. Just saying. But yeah, this piece is dope. I don't know if it'll resell or not. Maybe the pink would be the best color to go for. Gore-Tex plain pieces haven't been doing as well, but obviously when stuff like Kermit comes out, it's a freaking slaughter out there. Just insane bots going crazy. Star football jersey. Here we go. I'm gonna say, guys, this is the next dope jersey. You can either get it and cop it and join me on the jersey hype, or you can stay at home twiddling your thumbs. $138 is the estimated price. I would love it if this could go down $10 to be $128 or even $118. It probably won't be $118, but you never know. The 3 is kind of dope. I think this is a very cool jersey. And honestly, all of the colors, but maybe black stands out the most. Or this green and yellow. I will say with the Oregon Ducks, What the Ducks that just came out, which is a wild dunk that came out of nowhere. I think this is a great jersey. It's got the really quintessential markings of a good Supreme jersey. Big Supreme logo. Got the S with multiple stars, maybe too many stars. That could be a complaint with this, but the 30 seasons looks really good. I think anything with 30th anniversary branding is going to do well. And jerseys, no matter how many times they release a crappy one and I go against it, they sell out and end up reselling for a little bit. Something like this will have instant resale in basically all sizes and will only continue to go up in price. This thing, by the time next season rolls around, in certain sizes will easily be selling for $250 plus. And if you guys know me, you know I don't give out price guarantees like that. But seriously, bookmark this video, set a reminder for yourself. Spring Summer 25, let's look at the price of this star jersey. And I guarantee you in like XXL, XL, it will be $250 plus, maybe even $300. So I think if you're going for resale this week, this is pretty much guaranteed money at some point. Might be a short-term or a medium-term hold, which in Supreme's case is a couple of months. But there you go. Supreme Star football jersey, pretty dope. All right, the striped zip-up fleece jacket. I saw Supreme Drops tweeting that this is one of his must-cops for the season, and I can kind of get that. This fleece zip-up looks pretty nice in this colorway. It does have the script logo that I actually do like. So I can agree there. This looks like a pretty cool piece. You got the sunset and then you got the monocolor version. Remember, horizontal stripes do make you appear wider. So if you are on the heavier set side, just be wary for that. $188 is that estimated retail price. Pretty cool, simple fleece jacket. I think this will probably sell out in this colorway at least, but I'm not sure. We also got a couple Mr. Cartoon items coming out this week with the zip-up hooded sweatshirt right here. Now, I'm not the hugest Mr. Cartoon fan because I just wasn't familiar with his work until this season, but I do kind of dig this hoodie. Probably my favorite piece from him so far. We got the zip-up right here. We got the embroidery on the top and on the chest. Kind of neat. I do like that it hangs and you can read it with your hood down. That is kind of a cool design choice. Nice little zip up as well if you don't want a pullover. And the estimated price in this bad boy is $158. Now, if you're a Mr. Cartoon diehard right here, you want the lambskin leather with embroidered graphic. Funny that they do a faux shearling jacket, but then the authentic lambskin leather. Don't know what's going on about that. They're saving the sheep for their fur, but not for their hides. Whatever. This is a pretty cool embroidered jacket, I gotta say, for a leather jacket. It's not really my style, but I do think it's pretty extravagant and has some pretty intricate, very intricate design as well. You can see all the embroidered stitch marks, all the design work that was put into this. Only gripe I have, and someone mentioned it on my little low-key stream yesterday, the 94 is present on the front and on the back. I think they could have done something a little bit different. Maybe just had nothing on the front, just kept this embroidered pattern or something. I do also think the red leather jacket is better because it's just a crazy piece that I feel like you'd want to have one with a little bit more pop, but not really too sure how this thing will do. I'm assuming this is the type of piece that's going to sell out for that higher end Supreme customer that I talk about. at $898, estimated retail price right there. But you never know. I wonder how many they make as well. Probably not a whole lot, because I don't think that many people have $900 to spend on a Mr. Cartoon leather jacket, or maybe a lot of them do. Who knows? Rhinestone skateboard is next. You saw this in the preview. What else is there to say? You got rhinestones on top of a skateboard, and it's gonna cost you a whopping, it's not on the drop list, so who knows? Probably 60 bucks if I had to guess. Yeah, that's typically what skateboards go for from Supreme. Rhinestone balaclava. Look at this guy. I remember seeing this at the beginning of the season and thinking, interesting. They kind of did some balaclava overkill for a while there, but I feel like they've dialed back the balaclavas a little bit. Now they're giving us this interesting one that definitely is different from the rest. 48 bucks for the rhinestone balaclava. I think this will do particularly well in the black, green, and maybe navy colorway. This red camo is just insane. I do think it will sell out. I'm not sure about the red, but certainly the green and black are gonna go pretty quick. So if you want this for your, fashion bank robbery stint, then get it before it's gone. 48 bucks. Mr. Cartoon New Era, not the biggest New Era guy, but I think this hat is neat if you like it. It's not really upvoted too high. It's near the bottom of the list. It does have more upvotes and downvotes, however, and the estimated price is $54. Rhinestone short sleeve top. This is the Rhinestone week. This is pretty cool. Probably the most wearable rhinestone item out of the skateboard, obviously, and the balaclava, given that it is just a short sleeve top. It is that heavier cotton slub jersey with Precocia rhinestone logo appliques. I kind of forgot how crazy they went with the bedazzling gun this season, but they're dropping like a bunch of rhinestone items this week, so it's kind of easy to pick up on it. 98 bucks is the estimated price, so a little bit heavy on a t-shirt, but you do get the rhinestones, and it is the heavier cotton, so it is what it is. All right, getting near the end of the list with the work pants heavy cotton twill blend. 5 different colors on your Supreme work pants. The orange is that custom color for Halloween. Spooky season is upon us, boys, and the price is an estimated $128. Not too bad at all. Rhinestone 5 panel. I mean, they just keep on coming. Favorite ones would probably be this denim one and camo one. I think these are easily the 2 best candidates for potential resale or at least selling out. Estimated price 58 bucks, a little steep for a 5 panel, but it's rhinestone, so come on. Way down the list from its compatriot, the Gore-Tex pants. No one is really wanting these guys, but if you want the full set, you want to go skiing or whatever, you gotta get the full set. Everyone knows this. $238, cheaper than the tops, but still fairly expensive for some pants. 3M reflective stripes. Do we want to vote it to make it tied with upvotes and downvotes? I think not. We're gonna downvote right here. Be a hater. Corduroy pocket camp cap. Yeah, really bad looking hat. Very ugly. I hate these patches that just have fuck all on the fucking tag, like Supreme MIL logistic operation. Just not a good hat. Has a pocket in the front. If you really want this hat, get it, but no one is going to be remembering this at all. So $58 too seems crazy expensive, so I hope that's not true and it's cheaper than that. There it is, guys. That is the full Supreme Week 8 drop list, sans the fall tees. Perhaps the Gordon Mata Clark skateboard. Once we get pictures of those, I'll put them out on my community tab, so stay tuned to that. But overall, what did you guys think of this week? Honestly, there's some pretty decent items that are releasing. We can look forward to the Star football jersey, the Collegiate half zip, perhaps the Snow White sweater, and for those that wanted the Supreme Wesson or WESN micro blade. It's unfortunate that the Pantone formula guide is like gonna be $230. Per Supreme drops his estimate. It could always change in price, but I figured let's just get the video out there. Let's start the discussion early. Y'all know how it is. Everyone wants that info as soon as it's out there, so we're gonna put that out for you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Check out my unboxing and be sure to stick around for my live stream. We go live every single Thursday to cover Supreme, and of course, this week is no different. For Supreme Week 8, Fall Winter 24. Join me on Thursday the 10th. See you guys in the next one. Peace and Buckies. Yeah.